Well, welcome back to coverage of the European Gymnastics Championships. This is live from Cluj in Romania. If you were watching earlier on today, you will know that there was a great competition, the men's all-around, especially for Great Britain. James Hall took the bronze. Young Joe Fraser came out as well, just 18 years old, and had a storming competition to finish in 5th. But the stage is now set for 4 pieces of apparatus. This then the women's all-around final, and we have 2 gymnasts from Great Britain. The first of which is Ellie Downey, who you may have seen on the news has made history in qualification as the first individual gymnast from Great Britain to qualify for all finals here. What a performance from her, Christine. I've got Christine still sat alongside me, as is Craig Heap. But yeah, a word first of all on Ellie.
Well, Ellie is a really classy gymnast. She's very, very powerful. She's really got all the work, and she must have left the Olympics feeling a bit disappointed that she hadn't made her mark on World Gymnastics, and I think this year she's determined to put that right. So she's already started, but you know, it will be a new experience for her. She'll be being chased now. And
the second British gymnast in the mix as well, Alice Kinsella, who is actually your gymnast, Chris, and yeah, I think it's fair to say she wasn't expecting to be competing here.
No, that's right. She was one of the 5 gymnasts that had been training towards coming, but they made the final selection on the Tuesday before they travelled, and she was named as the reserve. So when everyone flew off on the Friday, she finished training, had the weekend off, and then on the Tuesday morning we had a phone call to say, very unfortunately, Georgia May Fenton had to pull out with a hamstring injury, and would Alice and her coach Brett, who I work with, Brett Ince, be able to fly out to Romania. So they did Tuesday night, and she'd missed podium training by then. So,
but obviously you're doing the commentary, so you had to stay here.
Yes.
We're in Manchester, to everybody who's listening, wondering why, you know, it sounds like we're not there. But Pauline Schaefer in the lineup as well. Here all the gymnasts just being introduced as we speak, and there is Ellie Downey. This is the first group, the top qualifiers. 17-year-old Ellie Downey, and then Kim Boy for Germany, the 6th highest qualifier, and then Thorsdotter from Netherlands, 5th highest qualifier, 18 years old. And then this Russian gymnast, certainly want to keep an eye on here, Elena Eremina, second in the all-around Russian Championships. And then the gymnasts starting their all-around competition on uneven bars. Marine Boyer will be the first gymnast introduced to the crowd from France. And then Maggio from Italy. Melanie dos Santos.
Representing the Russian Federation, Natalia
Kapitonova from Russia.
Representing Italy, Giada
Grisetti. You said, Chris, just before we came on air, this kind of new breed of Italian gymnasts coming through.
Yep, very much so.
Martins as well, the last gymnast of that batch. So the gymnasts competing on all pieces of apparatus here. Rollerman from Netherlands, first one, and our gymnast Chris, Alice Kinsella, 16 years old.
Representing Belgium,
how's she looking?
She looks determined. She had a good day yesterday. Tough starting on beam though.
Daria Kaislin, Swiss gymnast.
And representing Switzerland, Ilaria Kaislin.
Anna Perez, Spain. She'll be the last gymnast to go on beam in that group.
On the floor.
And then on to the floor exercise with Group 4. Romanian gymnast in front of the home crowd, getting a great welcome there. Livia Kimpian. Polaka Devai from Hungary.
Representing the Czech Republic, Vendula Merkova.
Czech Republic, Vendula Merkova.
Representing Romania, Ioana Crișan.
Second of two Romanian gymnasts in this same group, Christian and Moksova. So that completes the lineup then. All of these gymnasts, the top 24 from qualification. Just 2 gymnasts per country allowed. Should just note there that there's been a replacement. Pauline Schaefer will now replace her compatriot. Tabea Alt is out.
That's a great shame, actually. Tabea Alt has been, she won 2 of the 3 Grand Prix this year. She won in London and in Stuttgart, and obviously qualified 3rd here. She would be one of those gymnasts.
And we had one change in the start list.
Alice Kinsella in the must be the beam then. They're showing up there. I'm not really sure what they're. It's all-around final men. They do, but they put these bizarre graphics up. We're not quite sure what's happening with the coverage over in Romania.
No,
but,
it's a bit, yeah, a bit random, that list. I couldn't make any sense of that.
No.
Well, at least we've got a list. It's better than we did before, so we'll take anything. And if they can manage to get the scores there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Apologies in advance because we had a bit of a morning. We were hoping that we would get to see a little bit more of a leaderboard as such, just to give you an idea of who was doing what as far as the competition and as it was progressing, but it just wasn't to be this morning. But we'll do our very best to keep you updated with all the scores as they come in. And very much want to welcome your correspondence as well. Craig is prolific on Twitter.
I'm all over it.
Do you want to tell everyone what your what is it? What your name or your hashtag or whatever you are?
Hashtag European Champs. You can tweet me at Craig David Heap. Christine, you're on Twitter, but she uses it less than Matt, and he hasn't even got a Twitter account. So thank you very much for everybody earlier keeping us up to date with the scores. Fingers crossed, we should be a little bit better on it for the women's competition. Ellie Downey there, waiting to warm up vault. And that's the German replacement, Schaefer.
And of course, the highest qualifiers start on the vault. So 4 groups, 6 in a group, 24 gymnasts.
And really, I mean, just a word on Ellie and kind of how she'll be feeling going into this. And as the front runner, the highest qualifier, you know, we talked about Vanayev earlier this morning as of being used to chasing instead of being the chased. And how do you think Ellie will cope with this challenge ahead, Chris?
Well, she's very much in the same situation. She's not really used to being chased at this level. I mean, within Britain, she was expected to win the British Championships, and she did, but she made errors on the way, as if being the favourite weighed a little heavily with her. So I sort of, it is a bit of a new situation for her, and although she's quite a mature looking gymnast, she is only 17, and I think this will be quite a tall order for her and a bit of a new experience. So we will see.
And the order in which they're competing around here as well means that Beam, which is a very tentative piece anyway, and she'll have to go all out, she's got high difficulty value. And that being 3rd in the mix, will that be weighing in on her mind? Do you think she'd rather get that done a little bit earlier? Or?
No. I think she'd probably vault. She's a good vaulter. She's qualified top on vault. Vault and bars, get that under her belt. I think she'll be happy with the order. This is the Olympic order. If you're the best, this is what you start on. I mean, the hardest is really to start on beam because you can be jittery. Every other piece of apparatus, once you start, you have to go, sort of thing. Whereas beam is the one where you make the pace for yourself. And if you feel nervy, it's easy to hesitate.
Well, she has a chance of making history. She's got a bronze, as Ellie, in the all-round, but could be a chance for something a little bit higher. Anyway, the competition is now about to get underway. This is Pauline Schaefer, stand-in. She opens up her all-round competition on vault.
Presents to the judges 5 difficulty, so not the most difficult, but will it be clean? Straight front half turn, down the middle, good landing, good flight. Good start for the replacement German.
Very businesslike.
Yes, very experienced gymnast. Very businesslike start to the day. The German team have held on to their experienced gymnasts and are going to be strong this year. That was a very nice vault, just a little soft on the knees. You can see why it's nice to start with vault. It's bang, out there, get one under your belt.
Certainly that run up of 20 to 25 metres are allowed. You can really get that adrenaline out of your body, but then also you've got to block off the top and control the landing. So that was a great start. I think she'll be really pleased with that.
Over to Alice Kinsella, Chris. The second gymnast up, just marking out there where she wants to start.
Well, Alice won a silver medal at the Junior Europeans on beam last year, so she can be very good on beam, but this is a big test for her, as it is for this gymnast as well.
Hungarian's second highest qualifier in the all-round. Sofia Kovacs, 17 years old. She's in the vault final. So this could be a great starting piece for her. We've talked about how a high-scoring piece can obviously give you a very good idea of your standings and where you are going to be, but and also the code and how it's different, and you know, with floor being very low scoring as well. 13.733 then for the first vaulter. Schaefer, the stand-in, gets her competition off to a great start. So back down to the end of the vault runway. Kovacs did do a 5-4 difficulty in qualification. You can see there on that scoreboard, so slightly higher than the gymnast that went beforehand. Means the whole vault is going to be marked out at 15.4.
Iar noi avem nota Paulinei Schäfer din Germania la sărituri 13.733.
Got the green light. Needs to be something powerful. Attacks. Yurchenko, double twist. That's a cracking vault right down the middle on the landing. Plenty of height, wrapped in, legs glued together. That's why she was second in the all-round in the qualifications.
Very efficient vaulting. See, she makes the round off, hands go quickly to the platform, blocks up lovely and clean, 2 twists, arms open out to land. Textbook, really, not giving too much away to the judges.
Well, Ali Downey will be next as the highest qualifier, so really these two working very closely together. They're going to be fighting all the way, these two.
Yes, and the judges deduct for lack of height or lack of length.
12.933 points, Oliver.
It was certainly clean. There weren't really deductions for direction or anything like that. And Ellie Downey will compete the same vault, so as Matt said, it'll be direct comparison between them.
I think she might just have the edge slightly on power and block, but Kovacs there did an absolutely superbly clean double twist.
Well, we've seen Ellie Downey nail her vaulting when it matters the most. 14.6 from Kovacs. Now is a very, very important time to put in one of the best vaults of your life. You can see the determination in the eyes of Ali Downey. Broken with a nice little smile, but it's down to business.
Last few words to herself. Come on, Ellie. Powerful attack. Double twist. Well, what about that? That's answered the question. Can she match it? Yes, she can. Slight adjustment on the landing, but absolutely magnificent vaulting.
She blocks so well. Look, dead straight arms, really launches up in the air, waits for the twist, and really cleanly round.
Well, that is the way to get your all-around competition off to a flying start and just to settle you down in the best possible way. Off to bars next for Ellie Downey.
And she is a very strong vaulter, Ellie. She's a real powerhouse of a gymnast.
was going to say, in the last sort of 12 months, that vault has really solidified. Plenty of height and possibility for 2.5 in the future there with that power.
There is, and really if she wants to try and win world medals, the 2.5 is needed, and she's working very hard at that.
But I mean, she was very young to sort of get such a difficult vault in the, you know, in the armory straight away. 14.566. She's in second at the moment. Over to bars we go. Gymnasts can bring their own bit of preparation if they like. Dos Santos from France, gymnast that's qualified for the bars final, so she'll make everything absolutely right before she starts. This is her chance to get her all-around competition. Off to a flyer. Melanie Dos Santos from France, 7th highest qualifier all-round.
Starts well from the low bar, transfers to the high, great stooping Kachev down to the low bar, good in the handstand. There's a shot with the half turn, back to the low bar, got to squeeze the back, good in bar and turn there, mixed grip, and again into the invert grip, half turn, winds up to the dismount, can she hang on? Full twisting double back, well, what a dismount! Super start there on the bars.
Well, a very good bar routine, very clean, and really showed a good variety of skills.
One little moment in the middle, but she did well to pull it back, Chris.
She did indeed. She showed lovely invert swings. I think this is the wind up for the dismount. Double straight with the full twist, one of the most difficult dismounts you'll see. Beautiful work on bars.
In comparison to the men, 4 pieces is a lot less than 6. If you do make the tiniest of mistakes, so costly when you've only got 3 more pieces left now.
Yeah, that was a very good start. Yes, it's very difficult to recover over 4 pieces if you make a mistake. That is quite different to on the men's side.
Well, Alice Kinsella, we saw her preparing for beam. We didn't see the routine, but we can tell you that she scored a 13.433 for that.
Which meant she stayed on, was very good, a mark more than in qualification, so she'll be highly delighted with that. As am I. As her beam coach.
And I know that if she falls off something, you go, that'd be Brett's fault, lad, is it?
No.
Christine.
14-1, Dos Santos. Kapitonova from Russia.
Russians traditionally strong on bars. Beautiful line. Look at the flight there. Low to high bar and back down. Stalled it straight into the shap with half turn. Beautiful line in the handstand. Up, can she fight? Yes, straight into handstand. Full turn into the Kachev. So linking these skills together for the difficulty. Come on, gotta hang on. Stoop full turn. Into the immediate full twist dismount. Solid start there on the bars.
Well, the Russians always so good on the bars, and what made that routine particularly good at the beginning was the way she linked all the difficult skills together.
Well, she is the current Russian all-around champion, and she's reserved for that bars final. That's why.
Just a little bit bent knees as she swings down between the bars. She uses the technique of going outside the bar. but it does mean she bends the knees. You could see there into the dismount, and that's a deduction from the judges. They like the gymnasts mostly try and come inside the low bar so they can keep their legs straight. I am always surprised the Russians don't put that right, because when they swing when they're juniors, they don't have to make that shape change. But really, as they get older, that's always going to have a 0.3 deduction. Which, considering, you know, you get the 0.1 bonus for linking two big skills together, it's an awful lot to be throwing away.
Certainly is. She did well to save one of the turns there. It was a little bit short, and you thought, and she managed to pull it back and connect it well.
Grassetti, Giada now. Dos Santos has just scored a 14.1 on bars, so the stage is now set. Grassetti used to perform for Switzerland, now switched to Italy. He was 16 years old. Just waiting for Natalia Capitanova's score before the competition can continue.
Yes, the judges all have to requalify after the Olympics, so all around the world there's been competitions, not judging, symposiums I should say.
And 14.1 for Capitanova. Popular score on bars this afternoon. So Giada Grassetti now for Italy.
Nice line in the handstand. Stoop full, good position, great flight, up to the high bar and back down. That's the Stolder, full turn. Beautiful height and flexibility. Into the Kachev.
Next gymnast on the watts.
Stoop, half turn, immediate end up. Into the double front. Short routine, but packed full of difficulty. Some lovely work there.
Quite reminiscent of a young Nastia Lukin.
Yes, leggy, leggy and elegant. Yeah, that's the trick. You don't want, the girls only have to count 8 elements. So if you can do 8 very difficult elements all shoved together with no extra moves, then that's the way you want to do it. You have to show a forward element, so that was the endo, the straddle, and then she goes immediately into the double front, which is a D dismount, just the pace forwards at the end. But each element you include has the potential for losing marks, so you don't want to overdo it.
Cresan now for Romania.
Balance beam will be Ilaria Keslin from Switzerland. And we will wait for the next athletes on the floor.
Well, so far, going well for Great Britain. Both their first pieces done, put to one side.
And Romania busy rebuilding as a nation for with their women's team. Didn't have a team in the last Olympics. So this 4 years, it's going to be important to build with the younger gymnasts.
This is one of the youngest gymnasts competing here at these European Championships, just 15 years old, qualified 23rd. Fiona had a score of 12.566 in qualification, which was just yesterday, so they haven't had much time to rest, really.
No, it's quite a cramped programme for the gymnasts here, for the girls particularly. The men had an extra day. Very nice big leap. Nice full twisting double back. Good combination there. 1.5 twist into full twisting front. Just a little off balance on the spins. high double pike somersault. Leaps and jumps and spins are as important as the tumbles for a good score. As is the innovative dance. Have to show artistry. Have to finish with a difficult tumble. She does. Very nice landing on the double tuck.
Oh, it had the lot, that, didn't it?
It did indeed. Quite a charming, perky little routine.
I was just thinking there, she reminds me of a very young Andrea Radicam, who was, you know, looks about similar sort of height, size, very compact. And like you say, floor is not just about the big tumbles, it's about the artistry, selling that.
The entertainment factor of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me entertain you, and I think she did certainly entertain the crowd. But you can just look at some of the tumbles there. So that's the 1.5 twist combination into the full twist. I think she did well just to save that landing a little bit, but no problems there. Stands up high into double pike, chest up.
From Switzerland.
The deductions on floor are very harsh. As we were saying with the men on high bar, see, that wouldn't have a deduction, but the others 0.3 each time you make a step.
13.533 then for Grassetti on bars. She looks very disappointed, or maybe an injury, a niggle of some sort.
I don't know whether she was struggling with a bit of breathing. She pointed to the chest.
Well, the home crowd were happy with that performance, as were fans of Jonathan Creek, if you recognise the music.
I think we've got a few fans of Jacobs Creek, but not Jonathan Creek. Certainly Christine is anyhow.
13.1 scored for Krisan, and now Barbora Mokosova from Slovakia.
And an ambitious double spin with the leg held in front. Double tuck, well negotiated. Too long a wait in the corner will gain a deduction. Very nice straight front out of the 1.5 twist. And head well back in the ring position. I think there'll be deductions for too much static. Just a double twist to finish. Clean and elegant. But the judges are eagle-eyed and very demanding on floor these days.
Yeah, not the fast pace of the Romanian we saw before, but yet again very elegant. Only 4-4 on difficulty in qualification, but actually a real opportunity to move up the rankings. What she did was fine. I thought the first double tuck was a bit open, but then really picked up for the rest of the tumbles. Dramatic dance. There's the 1.5 twist into the straight front, straight into the leap.
By immediately going into the jump, you stop there being any deductions for landing.
Well, no stranger to this all-round competition. She competed here 2 years ago in the all-round and was 17th. The gymnasts now then marching round to their second piece of apparatus. So that top group moving now to bars. Second group over to beam. Third group to floor. And that fourth group going to vault.
And the gymnasts drop down one now, so the person who worked first will go to last, will work in last position. The second gymnast will be first up on the apparatus.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
12.466 then.
The second apparatus warm-up time starts now. 3 minutes again. And now let's have a look to the all-around ranking after the first apparatus.
Let's just hope we can have a look at the standings on the board. There we go. So as it stands then, Kovacs leads the way ahead of Ellie Downey, who's in second. Thor's daughter is in third. You see Alice Kinsella in 10th as it stands. Just outside of the medals, back in fourth, De Santos. Kapitanova from Russia in fifth. Her compatriot sixth, just beside her. Ramina Moin-Schäfer in seventh, and Kim Moy in eighth.
Then you see the followers.
So, Sofia Kovacs from Hungary leads the way, with Ellie Downey from Great Britain in second. This group competing on bars. Thor's daughter in third.
And certainly on the bars, if they perform similarly to in qualification, these two gymnasts will be very even. So it's going to be a real fight, I think, this competition.
Yeah, and I think Ellie will be pleased to know that she's going to finish on floor. And if you look at those two gymnasts nearly a mark higher, Ellie top floor, where Sofia Kovacs was 16th with a 12.8, 3.3, Ellie 13.9. But I think, as most of these competitions, the beam, the next apparatus will be the big decider.
Actually, Ellie has come to grief a couple of times on bars when in this situation. So she'll be working hard to keep herself calm and focused. She's had since the British Championships where she won, Ellie Downey, she pulled out of the World Cup with a foot injury. It's taken a bit of time to recover. She just caught it on the second vault in vault final. And here we have Alice Kinsella. She was second on beam, working, so she'll be first on floor now.
Are you the floor coach as well, Christine?
No, I don't.
It depends how she does on the floor.
No. I work with young coach Brett Ince, who's out there with her, and I'm his assistant these days.
An assistant?
I'm his assistant.
Like I'm your assistant in here. You're Brett's assistant in the gym, I like it. And we all do what Matt tells us. So
that's absolutely right.
We know our place.
Right, go and put the kettle on. Right, let's get back into it then. We're all set and ready for the second piece of apparatus of 4 in this women's all-around competition.
We will start on the world with Boglaka Devai,
Alice
Hungary,
Kinsella,
with Martina Maggio,
10th
on the
as it
double
stands.
beam, with the current leader, Sofia Kovacs from Hungary on the uneven bars, and on the floor representing Great Britain.
Let's hope we're staying with Alice on the floor here. Christine, do you want to talk us through this?
Come on, Alice.
Come on, Alice.
She did it very well yesterday. Just the same again, please. An important spin coming up. She needs to control this. That was good. And she starts with a difficult combination tumble. Needs to focus hard. 1.5, walk out. Into the 2.5, nicely landed. Now, this time a triple twist. One of the most difficult tumbles for her. Cleanly done. Now every gymnast has to include a leap series. This is the leap series. To a jeté. Into the change leg half. Needs to hit the splits. And these days, gymnasts have to include a forward somersault. Here it is, the front somersault walk out into double twist. Just a little hop. Also has to include a double somersault, which she hasn't done yet. So a big test here. Needs to land this double pike well. She does. Well done, Alice. That was a great second piece.
What a superb performance. And you have to remember, up until a few days ago, that Alice didn't realise that she was actually going to be here. So, I mean, she's doing incredibly well when you consider that, Chris.
Oh, yes. Very, very proud of her. She came out here at a moment's notice. No warm-up on the podium and just got stuck straight in. It's when you train a kid from very young, as I have Alice, it's what you always hope they'll be able to do when their moment arrives.
Well, I think you did that floor routine for hours just watching it. So, but great job.
Well, on to the leader of this competition at the moment, Sofia Kovacs. First gymnast to go. Ellie Downey will be next.
So starts on the low bar, stoop in, full turn, a little bit late there. Nice release. Down to the low bar, coach hovering, not needed. Back up to the high bar. Stoop half, little split of the legs. Pike Jaeger, front somersault. Keeping the movement going. Can she hang on for the dismount? Full twisting double back. Little bit of a stumble on the landing there, so that will cost her slightly.
But a good routine, a very good routine. Plenty of difficulty.
Felt a little rushed for me. I don't know why. Just forcing it, pushing it.
Do you know, I don't think it helps to have the coach hovering underneath. It makes you think that she's anxious about it. But that was very nice. Stoop half. Changes to a straddle position for the dismount, up into a very nice high full twisting double back. Like you say, there's a deduction for the step on landing, but it was a good routine.
And as far as qualification is concerned, 0.1 up on Ellie Downey, a 12.8 for Alice Kinsella's floor. Happy with that, coach?
Yeah, same as yesterday, so it must be fairly consistent.
All down to the coaching. Well done, Brett.
And actually, keeping it in the family, there's my husband
there's your
on
husband.
the floor.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going through an emotional roller coaster here, Chris.
I am, aren't I? There he is with Ellie.
Go and put that kettle on, Craig. Need a cup of tea.
I think Chris wants a glass of wine now.
No. Hopefully, there'll be one afterwards.
So Ellie Downey then was 0.1 down on difficulty in relation to Kovacs, as far as qualification is concerned, but Ellie scored 14.266 and she's in the bars final. But this, I mean, we said it was going to be routine for routine as far as Ellie and Sofia were concerned, Kovacs and Downey. So, and chasing as well. Still in the lead. Kovacs with a 14.333. And now it's the turn of Ellie Downey. Only 4 pieces of apparatus, this then the second one.
Needs to hold a nerve. Opting to start on the low bar. Nice hop in the handstand. Stoop on, half turn. Great height there to the high bar, straight into the clear circle Katchev. Big difficult routine. Full turn. Into another Katchev. Straight to the low bar. Working well. Good in the handstand. There's the sharp half turn, back to the top bar. Come on, Ellie. Hold on. Kicks for the dismount. Double layout. Wow, what a routine.
Very, very strong. Well, she was in second going into this performance.
Well done, Ellie.
Alice Downey, by the way, 14.3.
Yes, very, very determined throughout that. I mean, for me, it didn't feel like there was in any doubt that she was coming off there.
No, she's really pieced this routine together well, and she's got a routine that she's comfortable with, really. She's not always so confident on the pirouetting skills, which is what her sister is particularly good at. And they've just put the one in nearish to the beginning. But that dismount is lovely. For a tall gymnast, to go double straight like that is really difficult. And that was a very good performance from Ellie Downey.
So keep your eye on that little yellow number at the top of the scoreboard, and we'll see if she goes ahead of Kovacs here.
If we can see the scoreboard. That will fill her with confidence.
Well, now it's Beam next. The crowd there just keeping warm. Apparently it's snowing outside, so all hunkered in, enjoying this fabulous women's all-around competition.
And the next gymnast on the floor, Cynthia Rodriguez, Spain.
Cynthia Rodriguez, 17th highest qualifier, and she scored a 12.7 earlier in qualification.
And a very nicely performed double spin with the leg high. Well landed, double pike somersault, chest right up on landing. Another clean spin, triple spin this time. Gymnasts choose their own music, and their dance needs to match the music. There's the forward element that has to be included now. Straight front somersault with 1.5. Elegant and supple, this gymnast. The trick with floor is to be able to insert the tumbles without it overtaking the whole performance. Nice double twist at the finish there. Quite a quiet routine, not so difficult, but it flowed well. There were no major deductions for the judges to get stuck into.
Solid on the tumbles though. There's a double pike, chest right up. That's what the judges are looking for. If the chest down, deduction. Good on the spin.
13.2 points. That was the score.
There's the final double twist. Not the most difficult, however, executed very nicely.
2 more gymnasts to go on floor till the end of this rotation. Looks like Kim Boy's gone. 14.3 for Ellie Downey. She's in second, halfway round.
She's got to be pleased with that. So close between first and second.
Just 0.067 behind Kovacs. There's nothing in this at all. Beam is going to be more than tentative.
For us at least.
Ooh. And this is a gymnast who comes into this competition very highly praised. She was top 10 at the Olympics. She's very well known for her beautiful floor routines, but she's improved all her work in this last year.
Well, she's currently in third place, is Thorsdottir. 5th highest qualifier. Rodriguez scores 12.8 for floor, 8.2 on execution. So moving down on the difficulty, but as you said, Chris.
Up on the execution, yeah. You have to be very clean to go into the A's for execution.
So yes, Thorsdottir now a gymnast with quite a bit of experience at 18 years old. Was 12th in the last all-around competition here at the Euros.
Good line in the handstand on the low bar. Lovely flight from the high to the low bar and back down. It's the handstand, nice there. Transfers with the half turn. Full turn into the handstand, very clean. Stole the head to the top bar. Forward long swing, into the Strella front somersault, that's the Jaeger. Back into the handstand, up, out of line there. I think she caught the bottom bar there and that just stopped the momentum for that backward long swing.
She'd done all the hard work. This was a relatively simple link.
You looked at that commitment that she was, you know, driving through that routine with, and it just seemed so out of character that moment.
Yeah, yes, very out of character because she's a precise gymnast, you can see.
Well, she was in third, but I'm afraid after that...
Well, that's a mark straight away. Back onto the bars, it'll be the dismount. Bit late now, but winds up. Full twist in, double back in the tuck position. Well, what a shame for that routine because up to that point, beautiful and elegant.
Very much so, and you can see on her face and her coach's face that, you know, it's so easy to do. You do all the difficult stuff and you think, right, I'm there, and something catches you out. Even the easiest thing is difficult if you don't really pay attention to it.
How do you train for that, Chris, and that moment?
Well, hopefully they do it when they're quite young, and you say, remember this day that you're never finished till you're finished. Never let your concentration go till you're sat back down on the seat waiting for your score. You know, because it is something people do, as a gymnast you do. But once you've learnt the lesson, you tend to remember the lesson.
And I guess that's the thing about competition, is making those mistakes when you're young.
Yeah.
To realise, you know, as much as your coach can tell you, don't relax till you're finished, you're thinking about the big skill, and then go, oh, well, you know, it's only a backward long swing, but she caught a foot and then failed a long swing, and the easiest thing in the routine had the mistake on, but, you know, you can guarantee she'll probably not do that again. Maybe a bit harsh to do it in the Europeans, but if she's in the Olympics...
There we go.
Well, 12.366 is the result of that, and a story of what could have been.
Now, this next routine is quite a special routine. Keep your eyes open for the first couple of skills.
What we're talking about learning while you're young, 15 years old. Elena Eremina from Russia. She has qualified for the bars final with the third highest score, but with a difficulty of 6.1 for a 15-year-old.
Opt-in, starting on the top bar, straight into handstand. There's be something big. The huge toe-on straight catch, straight down to the low bar. Back up. Little bit of a leg split there on the shap with half turn. But look at the handstand line, that's good. Nice and pacey. High into the front, Jaeger somersault. Half turn. Stoop full, looked a little late from this angle. Dismount will come, full twist in the double back. Well, classy bar work.
Very classy bar work. That is the skill of the championships. The toe-on straight Kachev here. Oh, this is the stoop. Hopefully they'll show it to us. And the stoop, if you don't put your feet on, and so it's a stoop, that goes up a level for everything. That was a nice dismount, wasn't it?
Interesting. A lot of the other Russian gymnasts tend to connect before the dismount, and she opted for the wind-up.
Yes, and it was a little tidier, I thought, actually, than some.
Well, Elena was in 6th going into this rotation. Olivia Campion now on vault. The last gymnast in this group to go on vault. The Romanian, another young gymnast, just 16 years old. Difficulty of 5.4, so going for that relatively common vault. And she qualified with a score of 14.233.
Another of the gymnasts just up from the junior ranks.
That's the thing, Chris, for you, and you know, teaching gymnasts as you do, you'll be very aware of these younger gymnasts, seeing them grow up and watch them on the European junior stage.
Very much so.
Well, big vault. Good up-and-coming gymnast, 5'4". So it's probably the double twist Yurchenko. How well can she do it? There we go. A little bit scrappy off the top and not the same height we've seen, but a big vault for a young gymnast.
Absolutely. She's quite long and slight. Hasn't quite got the power off the top of some of the gymnasts, but it's precise. Blocks nicely. Just has to bend the knees in for the last little bit, but that was a decent vault. You can tell the developing gymnasts as they're on that route to becoming a bit stronger. If I think about what Janelle's vault 18 months ago, it was a bit like that, and now she's got this physical condition and hers a foot higher, and you've time to spot the landing. But yeah, there's definitely a potential.
Pauline Schaefer on uneven bars, and there's a stand-in.
Nice transference. Back to the low bar. Handstand half turn. Stoop hecht up to the top bar. Nice in the handstand. Clear circle. Half turn. Not just kicked up enough. So that's a full mark off. Just looked a little short there to me, Chris, on the kick. Not really convicted to the turn.
Well, she was doing a turn to an invert swing, and if you don't, you have to hit it right on handstand, basically. Otherwise, you can't make it. And she had her shoulders over, but she was a bit piked. They used the pike a little bit to create the turn, but she was a bit too piked.
Well, she's back on. That's better. Second time into the pike Jaeger, so maybe that's why she was hesitant, that big combination. Half turn. Full turn looked a little bit late from this angle, but we'll see. Interesting shoot front half turn.
Love that dismount.
It's quite an old dismount, really, Matt, but it's always
I like it.
Good,
Matt used to do that. About 40 years ago.
The classics. Can't blame him.
Lovely high front somersault. Gymnasts have to have a release and recatch, but they also have to have a forward element, so that's one that does both jobs. They also have to have a full turn, which is quite taxing. For a lot of them, it's where most of their deductions arrive at.
Romina 14.3 into third. Romina up from sixth then into third as it stands at the moment. Kovacs still leads with Ellie Downey in second.
And Romina could well upset the apple cart because she fell a couple of times on beam in qualification, and she's actually beautiful on beam. Beautiful but inconsistent.
Olivia Champion 14.266 puts her into sixth at the moment.
Ready to rotate, ready, Cluj-Napoca.
Halfway round.
Clap your hands, come on!
Romina Christine 12.133 on the beam, so there is that room, and I think you're right, she could definitely upset the apple cart in this competition, and the top three are really grouping together now. I think this will be the testing piece.
Well, any minor wobble. I mean, just talk us through the deductions, Chris, as far as wobbles are concerned on beam and what we should be looking out for.
Well, if you fall off completely or have to grab hold of the beam in order to stay on, it's 1 whole mark. When the judges deduct, they deduct either 0.1 for just a very small wobble, 0.3, 0.5, 0.8. So, you know, it's easy to have a 0.5 deduction. Sometimes if they think that you haven't hit splits enough as you do your leap, then it'll be a 0.3, or if they think it was a long way off splits, a 0.5. And that's how the deductions rack up, really.
And interesting, in the last competition, we had lots of gymnasts going over on time, and that time penalty.
Yeah.
Schaefer score.
It's
in
half
the
time
bars.
of the all-around final. Warm-up time starts now. Again, 3 minutes warm-up time. We are waiting for some scores and then we can give you the next overview. All-around ranking, Sofia Kovac is in the leading position.
View of Alice's double spin and with her coach, Breton, congratulating her.
Melanie de Jesus dos Santos, Kim Bui fifth, and on the 6th place,
Olivia Kumpian.
See the gymnast using different technique on those spins, some of them spotting it rather like a ballet dancer.
Now, Ellie has a very difficult move, or quite a few very difficult moves, but one is the half turn with a front somersault on the end of it. As far as warm-up's concerned here, Chris, what do you think she will do? And, you know, how much will she practice that? What will she...
Well, you get 30 seconds, and the gymnasts generally have a set 30 seconds that they do. I don't think she does her standing Arabian in her 30 seconds. So it's not, they don't say, oh, what shall I do today? They practice it. We say to our gymnasts quite often, 30-second warm-up, so they do just their 30-second warm-up and then a routine for you. So it's sort of very well set. And they generally like to do a leap, a spin, one of their acrobatic skills, but you don't want to be doing something you might fall off on, because otherwise your 30 seconds has disappeared before you've got back on. It's time. There's someone there with the stopwatch.
A lively crowd. I like to see the old Mexican wave, enjoying themselves, audience participation.
Yep,
Ellie's first up on beam.
I think that's not a bad order to go beam, rather than waiting around if you're last up. If she can nail this routine, apply a bit of pressure to the other ladies, it's a great position to be in. I would prefer to go up first on that piece.
Now you're on it, just get up there.
Get up, you know, you've warmed up first, you're not waiting around for, you know, if you're last up, you could be waiting 10 minutes, which is quite upsetting.
Come on, once more, come on.
Yes, and like it's probably the piece of apparatus that Ellie has not exactly struggled with. Here we are.
So there's confirmation as it stands halfway round. So Kovacs 28.933. You can see Alice Kinsella there still in 10th place. Just back to that top spot to give you a bit more information. Kovacs 28.933. Downey's on 28.866, so not much room between them. Then Elena Eramina 28.266. Melanie dos Santos 27.933. So very, very close indeed between first and third, all to play for here on beam. And just a reminder that Ellie Downey is first up. So Kovacs, the gymnast you saw there just warming up on beam, she's the current leader.
With Nina Dewell from Belgium on the balance beam. It's Elisa Downey, Great Britain, on the uneven bars. Lynn Gennard, Switzerland.
So after all of the Mexican waves and all of the rowdy music, it calms down and all eyes are focused on beam. First up, Great Britain, Ellie Downey, currently in second place. This is the third piece of 4.
Just a quiet start. She needs to get her rhythm and keep it. Very nicely through the first front somersault with the split jump. And this is the big skill that is so hazardous for her. Half turn onto the beam. Yes, she's nailed it. Now, there's still plenty to do. Needs to focus hard on this leap series. Change leg half. And here another very difficult skill, double spin. Oh, well done, Ellie. She held on there. You have to join 2 acrobatic skills. This is her backflip and layout. Again, she's fighting. Two jumps. From One more acrobatic. The free cartwheel. Just building for the dismount. Big focus. Make the round off. Plant the feet. 2.5 twist. What a great finish. That was excellent. She could have fallen off that double spin as easy as easy. She probably limited it to a 0.5 deduction.
She fought every step of the way there, and she wasn't giving that away. She knows she's very much in contention for a medal here. And
absolutely.
Oh my word. One piece to go. Floor left for Ellie Downey. It's down to the others now.
It is indeed, and you know she's thrown that down to them. Watching the young French gymnast, step out of the floor. Very nice full twisting double back. Don't seem to have the music. Hopefully you're hearing the music at home. Oh, and another unsteady landing. That's the tour jeté, the leap. That was a little bit low. That's the sort of deduction the judges will make. If the leaps are a little low, not quite split enough. Straight front, full twisting front. This is very popular, this spin in the crouch position as well. To include at least 3 spins and leaps in the 8 moves. Super double touch, that was her best landing of the routine.
Well, very bouncy, powerful floor routine that, struggling to keep in the floor at times. Such a springy gymnast, and that's it, it's a rebound.
13.066 for Bean, and he goes into the lead at the moment.
She's left the door a little ajar. I think if Eramina can absolutely nail Bean, she's given room for her to be ahead of her.
Well, Ellie scored 13.466 in qualification. Kim Boy will be the next gymnast to go. 27, also made the bars and the floor finals. But, she scored 12.733 in qualification.
Very experienced gymnast, using a very difficult mount. Round off and straight back somersault onto the beam. Backflip and layout somersault. So that's her acrobatic series done. Many gymnasts opting for that as a series. 2 leaps, they have to join the 2 leaps and include the full spin. Passage of dance down on the beam, another requirement.
From Germany.
Such a test of balance and consistency. So important to do every move exactly the same each time. Little wobbles, those are all the marks that add up. The little wobbles are deducted from the 10 execution score. And a relatively quiet dismount, a straight gainer off the end. Much more difficult than it looks because you have to travel away. A fighting performance. But she'll be very happy that she finishes without a fall.
That's the acrobatic series, flicked into the layout.
Over to vault then. Ana Perez, the second of the Spanish gymnasts in this group. 17 years old.
4-6, so not the most difficult. So it'll have to be good. High, flighty, full twist in the Yurchenko. Not the most difficult, but executed well. Court's delighted. Plenty of room for another twist there, Chris.
There is, but it is quite difficult to transfer from a single twisting vault to a double. You don't. It's not like on the floor where you can take some twist off the floor. Coming off the hands, it really needs to be very high to turn to a double twist. But that was clean and well performed.
Is it with the girls doing 1.5 in between? Or?
Yes, some of them do, and you do get a slightly higher tariff, but it's quite often got quite a bit of deductions attached to it, the 1.5.
Nadia Kaislin next up. Nadia scored a 13.433 in qualification yesterday. For a full 6 difficulty, you can see, so the whole vault marked out of 14.6. So just a reminder, at the halfway stage, Sofia Kovacs was leading with 28.933, and then Ellie Downey closely followed her on a score of 28.866, and then Elena Aromina 28.266. Since then, Ellie Downey has been on beam. She's got through without any major deductions. Perez scores 13.6 on vault.
The balance beam, ladies and gentlemen,
so the runway is now cleared for Ilaria Kaislin.
Another 4-6. So we'll be able to compare with the vault that's gone before. Strong, fast approach. Good block off the top. Full twist in the Yurchenko. Could do be a bit more length from the top of the vaulting platform, so that will be a deduction. It needs to up the difficulty if she wants to compete.
And Chris, always difficult for these lighter gymnasts to generate the lift and the power needed.
Yes, it is, and it is something. She uses a technique where she snaps and waits a long time before she twists, which makes the twist very pure, but makes it very difficult to do more than one twist when the twist
comes. You're hanging almost,
yes. But most of these gymnasts will be training. I mean, Alice will compete here full twist, but she trains at home double twist on to mats. So it's just a question of, you know, the landing surface out at the championships like this is quite hard, and you don't want to be taking that risk until you're sure they'll land cleanly. And I would think most of these gymnasts are in the same boat. Just another 6 months, a bit more power.
Well, a perfect example here then with Tisha Volleman from Netherlands. She made the vault final, qualified in 8th. In that vault final, gymnasts will do 2 vaults, and the average will be taken. But here in the all-around, just 1 vault, opting obviously for the most consistent as opposed to the most difficult, just to make sure that it adds to the total accordingly. So here we go then with a 5.4. Clear for takeoff with Tisha Volleman.
Yeah, very powerful approach. Attacks the vault, blocks in. A little bit scrappy off the top with the legs, and you'll pick that up, but definitely the higher score, 5.4 on difficulty, the double twist.
Yes, because in actual fact, some of the, you know, she wraps in 2 twists, but it doesn't look any higher than the girls. Like the hit off the top doesn't actually look any higher than the Spanish girl who just put in 1 twist. So quite a bit of it's to do with confidence as well.
13.266 puts Ilaria Kaislin in 5th as it stands. One more piece for her. the bars.
Well, I was hoping we'd get to beam to see what was going on there. That's where the competition's really happening. And this is the lady that can put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Well, she is already doing that, actually, with sitting in third place at the moment, Elena Aramina from Russia. Kimbui scores a 12.533. Just waiting for Thor's daughter's score to come in before Aramina can take to the beam. It's been very consistent over the last few days. This 15-year-old, she qualified in 4th, and just very slowly and quietly working her way through the field.
Are they allowed to just practice at the side there, Christine? Well,
not really,
I
no.
don't think they're allowed to do that, and she's just practiced a flick. And I thought once they're on the podium, that's it. So depends how the judges are feeling today.
Well, that will come as a penalty as opposed to a deduction from either execution or difficulty?
It can be a penalty, but I'm not sure that they will. I don't know. But
she's waiting a long time.
Yeah. But it is one of the disciplines of the sport that once you step onto the podium, you don't. You can see she's got the go sign now.
So, Elena Aramina then. Third place at the moment. Oh, and she is off straight away.
And I'm always amazed when you're such a beautiful gymnast as she is that you use that big mount. Because look, that is beautiful work. The mount like that is so difficult. Just a little hesitation there, but what a shame. Because she really is so classy. All the technique is correct. You know, she has dead straight legs. Toes pointed, she's beautifully supple, so her hips are square. Well, I'm not sure they would count that, though. I think she was hoping for it to be called a full turning jump. It's a half and then a half turning on the beam. Nice split sleep, immediate free cartwheel, but she's edgy, isn't she? Not surprisingly, really, because having had a fall, there's the change leg leap and the split jump that didn't actually hit splits. Disappointing performance. Still a lot of very good work here, and now a big dismount. Lovely triple twist to finish. Really beautifully performed, but the damage was done at the beginning.
Such a difficult mount to the beam, actually. I really like the mount, but you say packed with difficult. There's the layout, acrobatic series, a lot more precise on that, and you wonder, start for something a little bit simpler and build up, because she's certainly got the work there, and then it made her a little bit edgy for the rest of the performance. And stands up, big dismount, triple twist, but unfortunately that will see her out of that top 3 position.
She will still score quite well with that, because the big triple twist dismount will give her quite a good start score, and although she had the 1 mark off for falling, quite a lot of the rest of it was good.
There was almost half a mark between 3rd and 4th there, so she might still be in with a chance of a medal. As we join the Romanian gymnast on bars here, Cynthian.
So it gets underway. A little bit of leg separation and hesitation there. High into the Jaeger somersault. Just didn't get the hands over the top. I was just going to say the Romanian women are not really noted for their uneven bar work. Can be a bit scrappy and a bit laboured, and that was the start there. Just 30 seconds to compose herself.
It takes the wind out your sails when you do something like that as well, Chris, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and if the coach is going to be stood on the floor, you'd really expect him to jump in underneath her and to catch her. But he didn't, so you do really wonder why he stood there.
I'm going to say he won't get a job in the cricket team. Anyhow, back to business.
Obviously, he didn't expect her to have a problem, but now she's really
Struggling.
lost her swing, yes.
Come on. Half
Get
turn.
herself round the right way.
12.7.
Be safe on the dismount. Hines double pike. Cock toes, legs a bit bent there. Not the greatest outing. What a shame.
Pauline Schaefer then. Back to beam we go.
And that's an unusual mount, the change leg leap to mount. But we've decided to move to the floor.
Yeah.
Spice it up a bit. Why not?
Can I just apologise once again? We are not in control of the pictures that you are seeing here. We, like you, are enjoying exactly the same view. So we're just doing our best to commentate on what we're given.
Absolutely. And the daft thing is, they probably could have finished the beam before this floor started.
Certainly could have. Is that the first we're going to see the Italian? Oh no.
Champion scores 10.541.
Shame after such a good vault.
This Martina Maggio, 15-year-old Italian. She qualified with a difficulty of 4.9 for this floor routine.
Following in the footsteps of Vanessa Ferrari. Lovely high tumbling, good landing. Oh, just a little bit of a rebound.
Did well to stay in there, didn't she?
She did. Lovely high double tuck. The leaps with the head right back, called ring leaps, given good bonus from the judges. Nice 1.5 twist in the front summy. She's landed well so far. Good strong double pike, just right up on landing. Chooses to finish with the difficult spin. Quite a dramatic floor routine, a little bit different, very clean tumbling.
Well, she qualified in 8th.
Did well to stop inside the floor, and a couple of those tumbles talk about using all of the floor area. 12 metres squared. Works the diagonal well. Nice high lift into the double pike. That's the difficult spin at the end, Christine, you were on about.
She fell out of it a little bit.
But interesting you were saying about that style of Ferrari. It is very similar, isn't it? Those big tumbles and then quite dramatic music mixed in with the theatre of the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she landed very similar to Ferrari. Her feet always together, just that little bounce if necessary. Ferrari's coach, Enrico Casello.
I wonder he's thinking to that performance. But it was pretty clean there. This is where it's all going to hot up, though. There's immense pressure.
There is on Kovac. When you start to think now ahead to the next piece of apparatus, and Downey's got, what, half a mark up on difficulty as far as floor is concerned on her.
A mark from qualification. So she's going to have to pull something out the bag here.
The pressure is really on this routine. The leader then, this women's all-round competition.
And nice, quiet mount. Gets herself onto the beam. Lovely free walkover. Strong change leg quarter. Showing the sideways piece of dance that all the gymnasts have to include. Pause. Backflip and layout, securely done. A little shy on that change leg half. You have to show the splits. Very nice side somersault. She floated that. Quite a classical gymnast. And good free cartwheel. Very nice technically. We haven't seen any big major skills here. Up for the dismount. Good strong double tuck. Well, she didn't give much away, but the start score will not be massive.
Well, Ellie scored 13.066 for Beam, so keep your eyes peeled.
Well, that was a in qualification. Her D score, her difficulty was 5.1. So I don't think she's increased it any at all, and I think there was a little bit of a question mark on the change leg half. But solid performance. Really handled the pressure well.
Well, she needs 13 and over to go ahead of Ellie with one piece left to go, and it's an absolute storming piece of apparatus for Ellie Downey. She was highest qualifier, was Ellie.
She was a huge 13.9. Kovacs, even though only 0.5 behind on difficulty, the score was just over a mark. So Ellie will go into this pretty confident. However, she will need to hit that routine, and you can just see by that really confident beam routine by Kovacs, she's not rattled.
No.
She can see the opportunity, but actually if you're going to win the all-around in the Europeans, you want to win knowing that you've gone up against the best that's done the best, not through default somebody else falling. So I think whoever wins out of those two, will really deserve that title.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves too much, but I think Great Britain have never had a European all-around champion in gymnastics, from
You're
men
correct.
or women.
You're correct.
So this could be a big day. This really could be a big day. And Ellie Downey, she got a bronze in 2005, so she could better her own performance. But there's quite a bit of gymnastics left to go.
There is, and Ellie does have a very difficult floor routine, but of course it's very hazardous as well. She's got lots of very difficult elements in it.
Well, 13.466 is a big score. Yeah, keeps her in the lead at the moment. It's going to be tight. Ellie's going to have to really go for this.
She is. She
And
is.
she's going to need the whole of that mark, I think.
She is, yeah.
She's not going to be far off at all, because Kovacs has just pipped her on every piece so far. They had 10th here, there. That was the biggest gap between the operators, 0.4.
Are you surprised at that score, Chris?
I'm surprised how heavily they deducted Ellie. You know, she had that one big wobble and they were down in the 7s on execution, and I'm a little surprised at that. I mean, Ellie is not a sort of classical gymnast, if you know what I mean. She doesn't have the most extended feet and toes here with her coach Joe Miller, but so there are areas you can deduct, but it was hugely powerful and difficult.
That's what I was going to say. The difficulty routine there of the two was significant. That standing Arabian is such a difficult skill. So for me, you know, the difficulty should have pushed her up that little bit more.
Well, we will see. We will see. I mean, that's where the judges can say that big wobble after the double spin was a 0.5 or maybe a 0.8. You know, they can, or a 0.3. This is where it's open to interpretation, whichever way they've been judging.
And if there was to be any appeal made or anything like that with regards to scores, how late can that happen?
Oh, it has to happen before you move apparatus, and it can only be an appeal on the D score, the difficulty. You can't appeal the execution. So the British team know what they expect from the D score, and presumably the D score came in. They did protest Claudia Fragapane yesterday in qualification on beam because they didn't get the D score they expected, but that they didn't get it changed. So it would be too late to do anything now.
give the girls the
Well,
atmosphere
it's nearly
they
as
need
tense as it was
to
earlier today
deliver.
for the men's competition. Or is it more tense? Because we could see history in the making here in Cluj.
Well, if Ellie can get herself a silver, then that will be the greatest performance from a woman in the all-round.
It will, but sadly enough, when you've qualified first, this would be a bit of a disappointment, wouldn't it?
I'm going for gold, Matt. Come on.
And I think for
The
Ellie,
music's getting us going as well. Da-doon.
I'm going for the James Hall approach. Head down, do your best and see what happens. There then, confirmation after 3 pieces that Kovacs is ahead of Ellie Downey. Alice has moved up now into 6th place.
oh my goodness me.
Look at this, Chris. Absolutely superb stuff. So yes, Sofia Kovacs on a 42.399, Ellie Downey 41.932. Eramina still hanging on there in 3rd at the moment with 40.699. Kim Bui now in the mix as well. Alice Kinsella 6th, 39.699. And floor's not bad, is it?
No, she has bars to go, which is more difficult.
Yes, of course.
Much easier to fall off.
Yeah.
The optimist, Chris, there.
So interesting stuff then. There's 0.467 between 1st and 2nd at the moment. But we join Kim Bui, who is in 5th place, this her floor routine.
Strong, powerful gymnast. Super double straight opener. Oh, that was well performed. Big leap. Just a double tuck in the middle, going for safety. The leap series, and she whips that extra half turn in well. And the 2.5 twist, immediate pike front somersault, fulfilling the requirements. Moves out of the corner smoothly into this final tumble. Big double pike. This is a clean, confident routine. Very good, Kim Bui.
Well, 13.166 in qualification, 5.2 on the difficulty show. She has got the power and the tumbles, and happy with that. Currently in 5th position.
Yeah. Well, she's qualified for floor, so if you like that routine, you can see it again.
But watch the tumble here. Plenty of power. Big tumble, double straight for any gymnast. Quite an expressive routine and a very confident performance. And power at the end. That's the second tumble, the double tuck. I think this is a double pike to finish nice and high. Executed well, straight legs, pointed toes. Good performance.
Yeah, a little bit hesitant on beam, but really good performance.
Natalia Kapitonova, Russia on the wards.
It's a beam.
Cluj-Napoca.
Krisan,
Where are your hands? Come on!
7th place with 1 piece to go. A score of 39.466. Looks under extreme pressure.
I was going to
doesn't she?
say, the weight of a country on her shoulders.
Yes.
This is the problem of being at home in the major championships. It's great with the crowd lifting you, but it can also be an awful lot of pressure.
Well, she didn't have a great time in qualification on this as far as our other pieces were concerned. This her lowest piece, but 13.4 for Kim Bui, and her all-round competition is over now. Time will tell where she'll finish.
Certainly the pressure of being in your home country where gymnastics is one of the top sports and a long tradition of great gymnastics.
In front of Nadia Comaneci and the like,
no
that's
pressure
watching
at all.
on.
So yeah, I think that, you know, they'll feel the pressure, the Romanian Gymnastics Federation, to produce the goods again and having to entice these gymnasts back.
Well,
beautiful mount. That change leg leap was lovely. Strong free cartwheel, just a hesitant step back. But she's really short of splits on that middle leap. Mandatory spin. Oh, lovely. I was going to say a lovely series. Big flip to one, flip to two, straight back somersault. Super high, just offline. Oh, and really over-ambitious. She took the head back, hoping to get credited with the change leg ring. Oh, and she's a little bit rattled now. On the beam, it's so easy once it starts going wrong to struggle. Settled herself a little bit. Another backflip series. Flip to one, flip to two. Lovely dismount, double tuck.
So light, isn't she? I tell you what, with a dose of confidence, she could take on the world.
Some very nice work there. You're absolutely right, Matt.
Tumbling, that wouldn't really look out of place on the floor. Got a really good sense for the backflip. High in the straight back, just slightly out of line, and unfortunately a piece like the beam, I can't, you know, say how difficult this piece of apparatus is, how narrow it is, and plenty of height on that straight back.
Let's just second that she's 15 years old. To the end then of the vault runway.
5-4.
Grassetti.
Double twist in the Yurchenko. Not the springest off the top. And not sure there on the landing if she managed to stay inside the landing zone. But certainly give it her all.
She got a 14-1 in qualifying.
She absolutely squeezed the second twist in, didn't she? Wrapped it in. She got it round okay, but it was wasn't with a lot to spare.
No, I was just going to say it looked like it needed a bit of oomph off the top there, but if you look at her, very slight gymnast, and I was surprised she'd gone for the double twist, but she did.
Elena Eramina, 0.3 inside the medals, going on to this piece of apparatus. So, just a reminder, Sofia Kovacs was leading, Alyssa Downey was in second, and Elena Eramina third.
So she needs a good, steady performance here. She's a very classical, beautiful gymnast in the true Russian style.
She scored a 13.633 in qualification, with a 5-2 difficulty.
11.566 point for Joanna
Krisan, 11.566. Didn't relate to the work she did there, to be fair.
No, but she had a fall and then a couple of big wobbles.
So, on to the gymnast, currently in third place.
Elena
Eramina from Russia. She's qualified third for the floor final. Can she get up into second with this?
Well landed, full twisting double back. But that she fell out of. The judges will deduct that. They'll probably credit it, but very nice split on the leap. 1.5, the walk out. Into the 2.5, punch front, really well performed. Another beautiful spinning attitude. Got that easy style. A big long pause here, big tumble coming up. Double tuck, oh, and a step out of the floor. Well, not so completely secure, but it was very elegant, very nicely performed. I mean, it's Kim Bui, the gymnast just behind her, who scored a 13.4. That was a good high score for Kim Bui.
Certainly applies the pressure. Good on the tumbles on some of them. You can see falling back out. A bit of a deep landing there as well. Could do with a little bit more power on the takeoff. I think this is the spin. Oh, that was the better one of the spins, and also the cowboy leg separation and double back step out the floor. So that's another point one, these little things. And also there was that quite a long pause before that last tumble.
13.933 for Grassetti on vault. Wondering about that landing. Well, that's what the judges thought, Craig.
Yeah, obviously. And it'd be interesting to see if they swap places. Kim Bui done enough to go up to third spot.
Wow, Chris.
Well, oh gosh.
Alice Kinsella, who was in 6th going into this piece of apparatus, the final rotation. This, for those of you who don't know, is Christine Still's gymnast. You feel a long way away from her at the moment, I'm sure, sat here in Manchester with her out in Romania, but she's doing you proud.
Come on, Alice, one more piece.
Come on, over to you, Christine. I'm going to let you do this. Come on.
She mounts, needs to hit a good handstand. She does. Now she needs to turn with control. High flighted. Oh, and she. I cannot think the last time she missed that in competition. Such a long time. What a shame, because now she doesn't have a forward element either, so that's a big shame, because she's done all her difficult pieces.
Well, emotions will be running high for her right now. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chris.
Oh, no, goodness, that's sport. She did it beautifully yesterday to qualify. She probably also has seen where she lie. Nice shap here. And then flights down to the low bar, legs locked together. Smoothly up to the high bar. Beautiful handstand shapes, actually. Into nice double pike, good landing. That's such a shame, because she just went for the arm stretch and missed it, but she's had a great championships.
I was just going to say about that, let's not take anything away. The fact that she hasn't been on the podium, flown in at the last minute, performed exceptionally well in qualification, and just you're talking millimetres to get the toddles over the top of the bar there, which means she loses that release and catch element. But there you go for floor.
Adamina 13.3. She goes into the lead. With a total of 54.266. Ellie Downey will be last to go on floor. There's two gymnasts between Adamina and Downey.
Pauline Schäfer, Germany.
Și ceva mai devreme Olivia Câmpian la bârnă.
Back to bars for the last gymnast, the Belgian, Nina Derwell, who was the highest qualifier for bars. Difficulty of 6.1 for this gymnast.
And she really is a beautiful gymnast on the bars. Tall and elegant.
Ne apropiem de finalul concursului la individual compus. În acest moment rusoaica Elena Eremina este prima.
Craig, you were talking about those toggles there on the hand guards, getting those over the bars. It's the key to catching those very difficult, speedy elements with such rotation and height. So let's sit and enjoy a masterclass bars work from Nina Derwell.
Opting to start on the top bar. Huge there, the shoulder into the Katchev. Nice shaping handstand, and again with the half turn, down to the low bar. Caught a foot on the top, hand on the floor, come on. Stolder into the shaft, back down, that's the pack salto. She's done well to pick the rhythm up.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
there we go with the half turn, back onto the top bar. Great lining handstand, full pirouette. Quickly into the dismount, full twist. What a shame there. Opting for a very difficult routine and did well to recover, actually, Chris.
She did, and you know, I'm sure she'll perform it well come the final tomorrow.
Or is it Yelena Jeremina?
Two gymnasts left to go of the top three.
3 points on the floor.
Well, we've seen Eremina go. Now it's the turn of Sofia Kovacs, who is leading this competition as it stands. She scored 12.837 in qualification. This, her bid for a gold medal.
Elegant, quiet start. Nice full turning jump. Good, strong double straight somersault. Full twisting double back, it's all in there. Just a relatively simple spin, but cleanly through the leaps. Full twisting front. Relatively simple, but it has to be included, a forward somersault. Needs this big final tumble double tuck. It's a good landing. Well, you have to say this young lady has been very consistent, very calm, very controlled in all her performances today.
And very cleverly constructed routines as well. That means that she hangs on to a good amount of difficulty but can execute them beautifully. This is going to be a tough, tough challenge to beat.
It certainly is. Some big tumbles in there. Double layout, full twisting, double back. A couple of little bit of wobble movements just on foot placement on that straight front full twist, but very measured, very precise, and certainly bidding for that title.
Well, stand by, because Dos Santos is up now, and she's certainly in contention. She was in fourth going into this final rotation, and on a relatively high scoring piece of apparatus, she could put in a 14 here. Scored a 13.8 in qualification.
I would think as long as she lands, she'll probably be on a 14.
Bronze medalist 2 years ago in the all-around
She needs more than 13.57 to go ahead of Aramina and steal that bronze.
Well, a bit of pressure, but can she do it? 5-4 difficulty. It's going to be the double twist Yurchenko. Oh, beautiful height there. Oh, just overcooks it a little bit back, but super flight up the top of that vault. Pops up the top, wraps in for the double twist, and a huge bounce back. Such a springy, dynamic gymnast, this Christine.
She really is, and she's got so much height and flight, she almost can't control it. But that was very good vaulting. I think that'll be in the 14s, even with the big step back. Maybe 13.9, 13.8, but yeah.
Well, it's going right down to the wire, this one.
The French have been looking good. They look very much improved in Rio, and definitely thought they're going to be a nation to be watching.
Iar britanica Eliza Downey îi va răspunde în câteva clipe.
13.033. So we now have a total. And she is the gymnast to beat for Ellie Downey, who will be next to go on floor. Alice Kinsella scored 12.4 for bars. And off Ellie goes.
Now she's got to go for broke. Easy leap. Come on, Ellie. Big first tumble. Double twisting, double tuck, lands easily. And this is the difficult tumble that it's essential she makes. The 1.5, the walk out. Into the double Arabian. She little stutter, but she holds on. Come on, Ellie, big tumble here. Double pike, puts her feet down beautifully. Here's the big leap to finish. Well, a great floor routine. You can see the emotion there. Whether those 2 steps backwards out the double Arabian will have cost her, we will see.
But you know what? She fought, and actually 2 steps were, it was a good compromise, to be fair.
It was. She's really held that emotion in, and she's harnessed it today. Very, very good performance.
14.366 for Dos Santos, who goes up into second.
Well, this is hotting up into one climax of a final. The leaderboard has been jotting around the podium.
What will it say next? Because a 13.5 would give Ellie Downey gold. She scored 13.9 in qualification. But she has been chasing all the way around. Has she done enough at
Christine,
the final hurdle?
Come on, I'd say you're the expert on this. Do you think that would get 13.5? It's going to be close, isn't it?
Well, she scored 13.9 with a cleaner routine. It's going to be very difficult to call.
The rest of the routine was very good.
Oh, very good indeed.
So there was only that little stumble in the middle.
2 steps, but that's probably 0.5.
Well, let's not discount Dos Santos as well at 55.065. This one, literally everyone's just staring at the scoreboard and waiting and wondering and hoping.
13.50 points to get the gold medal.
Ellie has a bronze to her name already in the all-round competition. Can she go 1 better? Can she go 2 better?
Can she? Can she make history?
Well, she'll make history if she gets a silver. We're all with you, Ellie. We are all with you. We're looking for a score of 13.5 and over.
European champion.
Look at that, the pair of them.
The new European champion is Ellie Downey.
Ellie Downey has done it! the new women's all-around European champion. She makes history as the first gymnast ever from Great Britain to take gold in an all-around European gymnastic final. What a moment for her, what a moment for British gymnastics, what a moment for your husband, head coach, what a moment for everyone. Dos Santos, well, it's that says it all.
It does indeed.
Great Britain's Ellie Downey, European all-round champion.
And I have to say, I feel she was the best gymnast. She had the most difficulty. She made just a couple of minor errors, but she fought all the way.
Well, absolutely victorious. As you said, there was moments throughout the whole competition that she fought against. There was moments where gravity took the better of her, and do you know what? She won that battle. She really did.
Well, to do the floor routine under that pressure, she's trailed all the way through the competition, and then to get up on the floor last and deliver, I hope that gives us some confidence to the future to build on this. I mean, that was just phenomenal. We are thinking, is she going to get 13.5 and then 13.866? So
Well,
magnificent.
It's by far the most difficult routine. It's just that on this new judging system, the deductions seem to be so much more great than the bonuses for doing the difficult routine. But and I did feel she was a little unlucky on the beam score, really. And but that was a great performance from Ellie. 2 days in a row with those big routines, those difficult moves. You know, often she would like a day to come down between, and you can see.
Chris, what does this mean for British gymnastics on the women's side? I mean, you've dedicated your life to it, and here you are now looking at a British gymnast who is at the top of the pile.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, Ellie has always looked like she had that sort of ability, but I think for me, she came back from Rio with renewed determination. And, well, it leads the way for us, doesn't it? Leads the programme.
And I'm also impressed with the French girl, Melanie Dos Santos. I mean, absolutely superb there. And your gymnast, Alice Kinsella, first European Championships, 10th in Europe, 52.099, and with a fall,
Yes.
a real prospect.
Very thrilled. So all in all, a great day for British gymnasts. Really. Oh, and Ellie's got her flag this time. She came prepared. Somebody's got the flag for her. Really thoroughly deserved. There with her coach Joe Miller from Notts Gymnastics Club.
Well, I never. Do you know, I can't imagine how she must have slept last night. You know, qualifying first position, straight back into the competition arena as well. Almost no time. You know, she was all over the news as the only British gymnast to make all individual finals at the European Championships, and yet here she comes out the day after and nails it.
Yeah, she has huge ability. Right from a very little gymnast, you could see she'd got that ability. But she has found a new maturity and determination, and has trained with focus and determination. I think she came home from Rio disappointed that she hadn't come away doing her best, whatever that would be. And, well, she's certainly turned it round. She's done what only you can do when you feel like that.
Yeah. Do you know, over the years, we've talked at length, haven't we, about what have been the secrets and suddenly how Great Britain is where it is. And now, and even your young gymnast that's come in at 16 years old, walked off the plane. She's now 10th
Yes,
in Europe.
yeah.
I mean, it's just... It's a joy to watch, and all those hours and all that effort that goes into it, and to get that, you know, that recompense.
No, it is, certainly. And I do think, as I said with the boys, the programme itself, the expectation on the gymnasts to train properly, train professionally. I mean, we've been hugely helped by the lottery money, by the gymnasts being able to be in a more professional setup. You've got doctor out there, you've got physio with them, psychologists working with them all the time. It is a very much more professional setup. And, you know, there is now that expectation that they train like that from quite a young age.
And also, I think a big part is Amanda Redding, it was Beth's coach, is leading that programme. So to go into the gym and have somebody that's proven themselves with somebody like Beth leading that programme instills success and belief. With all the support and backup you've talked about, doctors, support team, staff, coaches. We were just talking about employing another coach to help Amanda and Colin in the gym. So having this great support and the personal coaches there being rewarded, this is the result of it.
Very much so. Amanda leads from the front. She's very strong with knowing what she wants. And yes, and the coaches have responded and their gymnasts have responded to that. She knows what it takes and the coaches go to her and listen to what she says. So no, it is. It's been a long time in the building. 2000 when we qualified for the Olympics, first real big team success, and it's been building from then really.
And thinking about Ellie, she's also been out and done the World Cup and won 4 events as well, so I think there's a bit more to come this weekend. It'll give her that confidence. She's in all the finals, so watch this space, and it's certainly that floor routine to finish 2 days of competition. Tremendous.
And it's not really a case, is it, of the big guns being rested at the moment, because the company in which Ellie's done that in is strong.
Oh yes. No, on the women's side, that hasn't happened so much. The team from the USA have moved on in the main. They're not around.
But in Europe.
But in Europe, not. And I would think there's a lot of people in the USA looking at Ellie's performance here and thinking, we got to get our act together for the World Championships.
They are a class act, the American ladies, though, aren't they? Because we watched at the Olympics, they're almost like another league above everybody else. So we will have to look forward, and we've talked about this before. What do we need to do within British gymnastics on the women's side to compete with the Americans?
You have that hunger that Ellie's
yeah,
got.
Absolutely.
And that determination that even when you're on beam and you're going to come off, that you grip on with the toes and you don't come off.
That's right.
And that's what the Americans are great at.
Yeah.
Is just saying, no, I am not going to fall.
Yeah, and that is what we're starting to have, actually. It is what we're starting to have, and that's very much an attitude of mind that comes from the top. Yeah.
And breeding that through your gymnastics and through, I don't know, whatever it is you do, Chris, through repetition, through, like you said about rehearsing your dismounts, it's all that. It's a system, isn't it, that you just have to adhere to.
That you have to practice, train. You don't, you know, there's none of the, oh, it'll be all right on the day. There's none of that. You know, you have to be able to do it time and time and time again. And that's shown really all the way through. Showed with Alice, who I coach, coming from, you know, she got off the plane 24 hours later, she was competing and knew her work well enough that she could go straight out and compete like that. But that happens with our gymnasts from little. They compete in the British Championships from age 9. And you do expect them to be able to perform.
I totally agree, and I think what's really good is our British Championships now is run so well that when these young gymnasts come out here, they've experienced the big stage. I mean, it's a light show, there's fireworks, lasers at the British Championships, so they're prepared for the big experience, and I think that is invaluable for these gymnasts.
Oh, absolutely. But I would just like to say this is fantastic to see Hungary back on the main stage. Not since Henrietta Anodi, really, have we seen a female Hungarian gymnast be contesting seriously for world and European medals.
And that consistency that Kovacs went around with it was hard to beat, wasn't it? It was relentless.
It was very impressive. Ellie had to be at her best to win that title. Yeah. Very impressive.
I'm sure Kovacs is the gymnast we were talking about a couple of years ago, Chris, about saying this is a very elegant gymnast, hopefully wants to watch for the future, and now we've seen her lead the competition round 3 pieces of apparatus, and then managed to hang on to the silver, because actually the top group But unfortunately, Eremina there just pipped off the podium with some great gymnastics.
Yeah, that's significant to see, not a Russian gymnast. And they looked as though they were going to be very strong this cycle, but they just didn't handle the pressure.
Yeah,
and they have quite a...
in the top 8.
No. I think Romania, it'll be a long while before we see Romania back as a force in women's gymnastics, or in gymnastics at all, really.
Bold statement. Well, the top 8 will come out, and I'm sure, as in the mind of James Hall, he said, I just can't get my head around it. I just can't believe it. Well, when you have that focus and you go around these all-around competitions and you're just trying to remain as calm as possible, that eruption of emotion and that feeling of it's over and it's happened must be hard to put into words.
Well, we can see the emotion there in Ali. I think she's just stood there thinking, you know, is it going to sink in? Probably not until she gets back home.
No.
Sister will be there as proud as punch.
That's right, her sister out with her at the moment. My sister has qualified for the bars final and the beam final, but this is all about Ellie and her moment as European all-round champion.
Sounds pretty good, that, doesn't it?
It sounds very, very impressive.
Even better when it's attached to a British gymnast.
Dos Santos, I mean, she was a late runner as well, wasn't she?
She was incredibly spectacular to watch, so bouncy. I mean, that double twist, if you think of Volta could triple twist for the women, she could, and on the floor, she had the tumbles to match. Good on bars, good on beam.
The Portuguese gymnast, Filipa Martins, getting her recognition. Finished in 8th place.
On the 7th place,
They do well from Belgium. She finishes 7th with 52.832. Nice, isn't it, to do the top 8?
Yeah, no, it is very nice indeed. And it makes far more countries involved in the whole thing.
Tina Maggio finishes 6th.
On the 5th place, representing Germany.
The eldest of the top 8, Kim Boy, 27 years old now. Still got it.
She has indeed, she has. And I think Germany will take a couple more medals this championships, or a couple of medals this championships.
Well, Eremina gaining vast experience here that will come into play, no doubt, later on in the year. The World Championships, she finishes 4th outside of the medals, but that will not be the last you see of her.
Representing France.
Locul al 3-lea și câștigătoarea medaliei de bronz, reprezentanta Franței,
Melanie de Jesus dos Santos.
Melanie Jesus dos Santos takes the bronze for France. Super vaulting. Put her there up onto the medal podium.
On the 2nd place,
17 years old.
silver medal, representing
Sofia Kovacs, the Hungarian gymnast who led all the way around until that final piece. Sofia Kovacs then. Silver for Hungary. Finishes on a score of 55.432.
on the 1st place, winner of the gold medal and European champion 2017 women's all-around, representing Great Britain,
Locul întâi, câștigătoarea medaliei de aur și campioană europeană la Cluj-Napoca în 2017, reprezentanta Marii Britanii,
Elisa Downey.
This a moment of history. The first British gymnast ever to take gold in an all-round gymnastic competition at the European Championships. Ellie Downey is victorious. Takes gold in Romania. There you have it. Ellie Downey from Great Britain is the European all-around champion.
The gold medal is handed over by
medalia de aur va fi înmânată.
We wondered if it could happen. We wondered if Ellie would be able to just remain composed in so much difficult gymnastics that she had to get through across all four pieces. She didn't hold back. She went all out each and every time, and it paid off.
It certainly did, and in the past she has sometimes struggled to do 2 days in a row, but like I say, I certainly think that Ellie has a newfound maturity and determination, and you know, she's trained and wanted this badly. She pulled out of doing the World Cup so that she could prepare properly for this, and that was, I was impressed with that she put this European champion, you know, she wasn't going to have anything interfere with her best chance to come here and do well.
Certainly a smart decision, and this is something they don't take lightly, and you have to discuss with your coach what's important with the year ahead, you know, the World Cup or the European Championships. I think she made a great decision there, and you're dead right, Christine. I think she's got to this maturity now. She understands how she ticks, what's best for her body, how she can get through day after day of competition, and really now this sends a bit of a signal to the rest of the world of, you know, I'm coming for you. So I'm really excited for the summer and the World Championships.
Yes, special credit as well to all the backroom staff, the medics, who've helped to keep Ellie and all the gymnasts in fit, because that's quite a big thing, having your best gymnasts fit at the time you need them. And there's quite a big skill in that, and a lot of work to be done for that.
Well, this without doubt is the moment that all gymnasts dream of. To turn and see the flag of your nation raised high at the European Championships, because you are European champion.
Iar acum, doamnelor și domnilor, uitându-ne către zona steagurilor, acolo unde câțiva dintre eroii armatei române răniți în teatrele
It's all worth it, Ellie. All the pain.
vă rugăm să vă ridicați în picioare pentru a asculta imnul național al Marii Britanii.
European champion Elisa Downey.
What a day of gymnastics we've had. Oh, I tell you what, to all the lovers of the sport out there, everybody has had an absolute treat. And I'm not just talking about the British gymnasts as well. I mean, right across Europe, everybody has just put on a magnificent performance today. And we're going to be back tomorrow at 11:25 here on the red button for the first of the 5 apparatus finals. And if you would like to join us on BBC Two, then you can tomorrow afternoon from 1:30, where I'll be in the studio with Beth Tweddle and Christian Thomas, and we'll have highlights of everything that you've seen today, plus coverage of those first 5 apparatus finals. But from all of us here, a final word, Chris?
A historic day. A historic day.
And British Gymnastics does it again.
It does. We will see you again tomorrow for much, much more. But from all of us here, for now, goodbye and enjoy celebrating.